Okay, sorry, was like a minute late going live. I had stumbled across an Instagram account that teaches you German with simple enough examples, and I absolutely fucking love German. So, yeah, I'm gonna take those opportunities to learn new words and try to structure things in little bite-sized segments because trying to learn an actual language at this stage, like properly learn a language, is just something I do not have the time or energy for anymore. Probably still have the brain plasticity for it to a degree, but yeah, yeah, taking easy wins where I can. Anyway, nothing special planned. We're gonna watch Hoven's Whack and Atheist from last night because why not? It's like 40 some minutes, so I figure we'll probably get some entertainment out of it. So I'm just gonna fire it up and let's get right to it.
At Dinosaur Adventureland in lovely Lenox, Alabama. It is October the 22nd, 2025. Tonight, Whack an Atheist. We love doing this. Okay, we're on a bunch of different channels, everything except YouTube, even though YouTube has a lot of my stuff on there. Right.
No, you're totally on YouTube. We've been over this, and I just want to stress this once again in case you're new around here. This is a first party channel. Oh, look, they're doing Emma Thorne again. Well, at least we get something decent out of this because Emma's always a real treat. But the fact that they've got, proper links going on here and everything is follow us, email us, which reminds me, I still haven't gotten back to Joseph. Joseph, if you watch this, I'm going to get back to you, man. Just had priorities. I'm sure you can understand. Um, yeah, I just want to stress and continue to stress that this is an official channel. This isn't some, random fan uploading anything.
On Facebook, the big one, and Rumble, and X, and let's see, our own app, KentHovind.tv, Instagram, TikTok. Sign up for all of them. They're all free. Okay, we want to get the gospel out to the world. Okay, so help us out there if you would. October the 22nd, Wednesday night, Whack an Atheist. Now, next Friday night, a week from this Friday night, Reverend Hart.
Wait, he when did he do Dan again? Did I miss that one? I know I didn't do last week's Whack an Atheist where he like covered some AI stuff. I mean, I've been slacking on the videos, but that's because I've had bigger priorities between work and well, just all kinds of other crap. Hadn't been feeling the YouTube mood. But either way, I mean, he's turned Dan into like a monthly thing now. I don't know.
Harvest Festival, all kinds of activities here at Dinosaur Adventureland on down. We have a world record board in our Dinosaur Adventureland cafeteria, dining hall. Okay. On that record board, you can get your name on there if you break a record.
Hey, Kent. How about me and everyone of the DAL crew do a speed tournament, speed run tournament of Castlevania Symphony of the Night? I'll totally win. I've been playing the hell out of that. You know, as part of my I need to relax because work has been insane routine. That's pretty much what I do every day. I drop it in a randomizer and run through a good hour long session. Uh, that's the way I relax now. One of the ways. It's been fun. I've put up a few videos recently of just, gameplay. Go check those out if you haven't already. It's just gameplay of a game from 1997, randomized, but I mean, hey, it's good shit if you enjoy that kind of thing. I don't know. Gonna be doing more of that down the line. Just spoiler alert.
For example, we have the boys, different age groups. You have a record you can set, and girls, come try to break a record, get your name on the record board. Joseph, when are we going to get this up online where people can see what the record is?
Joseph's reaction's like, "Oh, Kent, that's the first time you've asked me about it." Like that, just sounded completely surprised.
Yeah, there's somebody who said they do that for us. Try to break a record in the puzzle race, for example. Who can put a puzzle together the fastest?
I mean, honestly, it's not that hard if y'all just keep up with a basic spreadsheet. Just copy the data down from the board and tab it together. I'm sure someone can find the time to do that. It's not super hard. Just literally the data entry is nothing. If you can just tab or click a mouse, you can type stuff in there. I'm just saying. I mean, I think you guys can handle it. I'm not even being funny about things. You wouldn't really need anybody extra. They just maybe someone to format the data as you put it in. Be easy.
Okay, let's see.
I mean, hell, you get me the info, I'd be happy to do it. I'm not even kidding. It'd be harmless. Well, Relatively harmless until one of your challenges is crazy, but I don't know what kind of stuff you got going on there. Well, I know some of the stuff you got going on, but you know what I mean as far as those records go.
They're all the same 24-piece puzzle, a children's puzzle. Now it says on the box, more than 5 years. Most people do it lots faster than that. Okay, I did mine.
Oh, I must be so fried from work that something's wrong with me, or this actually amuses me some. More than 5 years, I'll give you that one, Kent. That's funny. Probably because it's a new joke from you. See, dad jokes like what you do can work, but they only really work once, not every single day.
Way faster than 5 years. So come try to break the record and get it puzzled. We have all kinds of records you can break. Okay, then we have Veterans Day coming up the next month on the 11th, and Thanksgiving. Come join us for Thanksgiving. Come join us for Christmas. We have all kinds of places to stay.
Visions of Mana. I'm halfway tempted.
30 cabins and stuff like that. If you don't have a family, come on down. I got to get somebody soon coming from up near Chicago, Maple Park, to come this way and bring that big tortoise down here. He's going to put it on loan in our museum, in our farm, actually. So please, if you want to come this way, we'll pay part of your gas money to get you.
Is not a farm that's an exhibit kind of a museum in its own right? I mean, am I crazy for thinking you could technically call it that? I don't know. It just seems like for that kind of thing, it works. It's like, is not a zoo a museum for living specimens? I feel like that is an apt descriptor, but maybe I'm playing loose with what the definition of museum is as opposed to just the concept of a museum. I don't know.
Down here if you're coming this way, or bring Thomas the tortoise down here. We need pink and blue animals of every kind to put in our ark, preferably about a foot and a half tall, somewhere in that range. Okay. Our ark is 1/3 scale model, so figure the size of a baby when it's able to be on its own, like a baby hippo. How big are they when they can take care of themselves? And then take 1/3 of that. Okay. So if you want to get some stuffed animals to put in the ark, stuffed giraffes, hippopotamus, anything like that, rhinoceros, eagles, are already.
Give us things, please. Also, yeah, hyper detailed, detailed enough baby fox versus, cutesy squirrel. It's just the mishmash of products you're going to get is incredible.
Pillows we only got a few in there. Get your name on the. If you donate a pair, we'll put your name in the Noah's Ark. Right there, say this animal donated by, or it can be a church name or business name. So come on down. Help us stay open for free. Join our 777 club. I like what you guys are doing. I'm going to help you keep going. $1 a day. Yesterday, Joseph, I spent $900 on stuff that we needed around here for stuff, the material for the ark and stuff like that. Went to the donation box, opened it up. There's $750.
Boy, I could really use somebody donating me $750, and not to build some stupid boat, but to, upgrade equipment around this dump. Just saying. Now I feel dirty for shilling.
Close.
Because I mean, as much stuff as I need, I absolutely hate begging for anything. Absolutely fucking despise it.
God just supplies. It's amazing. So come on, help us out here. DrDino.com, open almost 10 years now for free. Okay, Emma, you get the prize again tonight.
Wait. Grammatically, Kent, you just said that Dr. Dino has been open for 10 years. Dr. Dino has been a valid website for like 27 years or something. I think it was registered in the late 90s. Yeah. Just gotta not run over what you say there, buddy.
She doesn't get it. Poor girl. Emma, Matt Powell won 4 years ago on her. I don't watch her stuff until somebody says, "Hey, watch it."
Michael, PC Game Pass, so computator should be good to go. Who's truly 1/3 scale? People would have to crawl their way through it. Yeah, they would. Well, maybe it's 1/3 scale compared to the giants that Hovind thinks that Noah and his family were. He thinks they were like 10 feet tall or something.
So she said, "It happened, and it was annoying as I could have hoped." Kent, debunking of my belief in evolution basically hinges on the fact that the majority is always wrong. Emma, you got to be insane. I didn't say anything of the kind. If you believe in evolution because it's a religious belief, it's a religion, nothing else. You can believe.
Say it with me, everyone. No, it's not, Kent. You don't understand what a religion actually is. what it is understood as colloquially, or what it is properly defined as by all of its adherents and its opponents to the concept to a demonstrable concept thereof, i.e., one's claim of religion.
Spin it if you want, but I don't say I that I debunk your belief in evolution because the majority is always wrong. I debunk evolution because there's no evidence for it at all. It's not science. It's a religious belief. You believe a single-celled creature like an amoeba evolved into everything we see today. Emma, would you say that this type of chart, which is in all of our textbooks here, and I'm sure over there in England too, this chart
We made it not even 4 minutes in, and he's got his damn chart out.
shows a single-celled creature developing into everything over billions of years, of course. Okay.
But Kent, when we say that you say a thing turns into other things, you go, no, that's not what I'm saying, yet that is exactly what you said right here and every other time you bring out this stupid chart.
Do you believe the whale?
Evolution has been explained to you ad nauseum, Kent. This has been explained countless times. When people present you with what the actual scientific concept is, you pull the usual, nuh-uh, I, the person who knows fuck all about it, am going to tell you what it is that you, quote-unquote, believe. Doesn't work that way, buddy.
Is related to the duck and the human. I know you do. You believe this. You believe this is not only science, it should be taught to everybody, and we should all pay to have this taught to everybody. Emma, this is a
Hey, Dave. Hope you're feeling good, man.
religion chart. This is not a science chart. It's a religion, nothing more. Okay? And you're welcome to it. Here we go. So she said, Kent Hovind and Matt Powell explained and exposed. Oh boy, this ought to be good. 285,000 subscribers, 440,000 views. This was shown.
And here goes more of Hovind obsessed with people's subscriber counts and view counts, when it really doesn't have anything to do with anything. It's amazing, and just kind of showing of how everything is what's the word? It's it all boils down to a popularity contest with him to really put it in crude phrasing, because I know there's a better way to explain it, better terminology, but I'm just drawing a blank on it right now. Also, this video is from like 4 years ago coming up. I mean, this is back in the Kent Hovind, Matt Powell era, well before I was covering you. This is back when AJ was still relatively fresh on the scene, boyo.
Back in 2021, her show was, okay? Here we go, the big one. This will be my last solo video on Kent and Matt. Got to have help next time, huh? Everyone is.
No, she just wants to do other things than cover your ass all the time. That being left to, at the time, primarily AJ, and then weirdos like me, or, oh crap, what's the guy's name? Dapper Dino, that's it. And a few others who also focus on you in one way or another, amongst the many other things we do.
Sends me links, keep me up to date on the missions of Kent. Let's see, roller coaster, let's see, okay. He cites a bunch of sources on political opinions, which is, of course, the exact same thing as a scientific theory. What? A political
That's called sarcasm, Kent. Sarcasm.
opinion is the same as a scientific theory. Well, the majority of scientists also believe in gravity. Should we assume that's wrong? Emma, you don't get it. Just because I love science and evolution is mixed into our science books.
Okay, now to focus on, stay on topic, Kent. One topic at a time, Kent. Focus on gravity.
That doesn't make it science. You know, rat poison is 99.5% good food. A little poison mixed in. Evolution is the poison mixed into our science books. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You say so. Sure, Kent. You know, just, how do you respond to that? Just really. It's like, all right, there. Let's go get the Huggy jacket for you, Kent.
The majority of U.S. citizens and Christians believe in God. Majority is always wrong. I never said the majority is always wrong.
Actually, you do in a lot of cases. You constantly push for that idea insofar as with the scientific consensus and say that that is abjectly wrong, whereas simultaneously appealing to majorities in other situations. Because ironically, well, not ironically, because we all expect this from you, but the contradiction is that some may find ironic is that for a guy who claims to love science, you really, really hate the scientific method. And even more so, those people who are actually skilled in, trained in, and actually do science. For a person who loves science, you sure hate science.
Oftentimes they are and have been in the past. I'm going to take a look at history. Okay. When Matt Powell said she's just a YouTuber, my heart broke. What does TBH stand for, Joseph?
To be honest.
To be honest. Okay. Emma does a lot of videos about me.
Hey, there's AJ right there in the middle. Good to see you, buddy. Now, it's there's been so much that's gone on over the past few years, and there has been, and I'm just so frazzed over almost the past half decade now that I can't even remember for sure the order of things. If I somehow found AJ through, like, I think honestly, I found AJ through finding, I think maybe one of the two videos of the combination of her and Emma, God, of Emma and AJ covering Matt Powell and Kent. Because like I can usually keep good memories of how I got associated with what content creators. Like Thunderfoot was actually my gateway to everything. A friend had shared stuff. I immediately found R and Raw, immediately found Atheist Experience clips from back in the day, thus was exposed to Matt Dillahunty. And things that, which actually I think that was the gateway to discovering R and Raw was through Matt Dillahunty, and primarily them both hosting on the Atheist Experience those couple of times they did. And it just went on from there. Logic and discovering Kent Hovind's existence, eventually discovering AJ by searching Kent Hovind. So that's the weird thing is, where was that point where it was like, was it AJ and Emma at the same time? And I think it was. For what value that has, I mean, it really doesn't matter. But y'all like when I go off into random stories, so just thought I'd share. But there's our boy AJ. Good to see you. Get to making some videos, bro. I should probably text you and be like, hey, what's up? How things going? But I hate to be annoying, even though that's pretty much all I can be. Hey.
Kent Hovind's funniest mistake. Kent Hovind loves Emma Thorne by Atheist Jr. That's on Emma Thorne's channel. And no, that is not true, Emma.
Love that. You gotta love that snort right in there. I try to. I mean, I do that half the time, but I usually, mute stuff because I have sinus issues. But look, I try to do it there as a joke, and all I do is a pig snort. Can't even do it. I can breathe in with a little, nasal congestion, but nothing that's, all like that.
I know you wish it was true, but sorry, too bad. Okay. Let's see. Whack an atheist reaction. Emma. Here we go. Emma said, well, let me just play it.
Oh yeah, gotta pull the flattering screenshots there, Kent, and get pissy when we do it to you. Also, my God, you're redder than usual. What the fuck, man? Did you fall asleep in the armchair outside? Just get baked in the Alabama sun?
Here, okay? Play a few minutes. Now, I must caution you, she curses, okay? She has a limited vocabulary, advisory, strong language. Let me try to explain it real simple.
Oh yeah, but the great book Genocide and Incest, that doesn't need any kind of advisory whatsoever. And Kent's about to complain about curse words. Ooh. How? Let me. I'm not even going to go in for the joke. I don't want to butcher the beauty of the German language by trying to say a particular well-known phrase in that, and also the mental image it would create would be would be very disturbing to everyone, including me. So yeah.
Emma, you keep using this F word. Let me explain it to you.
Fuckity fuck fuck fuckity fuck fuck. Look at that fucker go.
That is a verb, Emma. You guys use it like an adjective. You don't.
It's a multi-use word. That's how expletives work, Kent. The guy who teaches supposed to have taught English for 15 years doesn't seem to understand basic elements of expression in language.
Understand. Maybe because of the tendency you have toward other females rather than Never mind. Okay, here we go.
Need I bring up what the legal search history for the average evangelical conservative seems to be online, what they happen to fetishize constantly? For some reason, it seems to be women who, at the current state of affairs they're in this content they search for, seem to be doing fine without a man, if you know what I mean. So it seems weird he would protest that. Again, like so many other things, Kent, methinks you protest too much. Also, other people's sexualities are completely fucking irrelevant, and ironically, you perpetually want to claim homosexuality in these people who are openly bi, who, incidentally enough, in all of the time I've been aware of them and have been exposed to what they wish to share about their private lives, happen to be in what would be considered straight relationships. I just find that really funny when you do that. Because it's like, we know you don't understand what the concept is. I love the thing where, I don't know how true the story is or not. It doesn't matter. But the basic gist of it was that someone not understanding what it's like to be bi, and it's like, well, I like chocolate cake. Yeah, sure. But what if I want, vanilla cake one day? It's like, oh, I like both. What if I just decide I want, that vanilla cake looks really good. I'm going to go for that. Or something like that. And it's like, oh, okay, I get it. It's like, yeah, same thing. You might not be able to wrap your head around it enough. You might not be able to think outside of your own shell enough to grasp how other people can feel on things. And trust me, for me, it's weird being a mostly straight guy. I know when a guy looks good. I'm like, okay, if I was into guys, I think that'd be what I'd go for. But I don't have any active interest. So I can't actually understand fully that particular way of feeling about things. But I can empathize enough and understand enough to be like, oh, okay, I get it. Doesn't confuse me. First exposed to it when, learned about it as a kid, I'm like, well, that seems weird. Then you figure it out. You, of course, are still an overgrown child, are just an overgrown child. You're still perpetually 6 years old as far as your greater societal understanding, your actual ability to empathize with other humans. Perpetually stunted. Did any of what I just said make sense, or was it just a completely nonsensical rambling of bullshit? I don't even know anymore. But we're going to continue.
Emma said, right here. How do I? There. Okay. Over here. Sorry for pausing right there. Emma, I didn't mean to get you with one eye closed. Okay.
Oh. Otaku, hell yeah.
There. Got to be in here somewhere. Okay.
You like call us.
Yes, Dustin, I am alive. Sometimes regrettably so, but then, other times I get to see cool people like you and the rest of my awesome audience pop in and say, hey, what's up? And I'm just like, oh yeah, it's good to be Wackenhoven live. Wait, scratch that. I need to rename that. Nah, I'm not going to rebrand everything. It's not the only way Kinty Boy is stunted, lest we forget how much he loves talking about mommy and daddy. Oh man, yeah, I'd forgotten about that. Another, all seriousness, jokes aside, fine example in the way he talks about his parents. That really does say a lot.
Hate preachers and people that hate other. No, we love people.
You bunch of can go to hell.
That's taking advantage of me. Dude, you will go to hell!
I love that audio. Not, because I enjoy hearing Matt abuse somebody, but in the way it truly demonstrates how absolutely disgusting of a human being he is. Just the best stuff.
Emma, that is a warning, like, you're about to fall off the cliff. Stop. Or get out of the way. The car's coming. It's okay to raise your voice like that. Matt is trying to warn you. According to the Bible, you're going to hell. You may not.
Hey, Kent, you might want to listen to that whole audio again. Okay? Okay? I mean, I know you won't understand it, but you might want to listen to it again, and maybe it'll click.
I believe in it now. You will one day. Just trying to warn you. Okay, let's go on here.
I am not joking. Look at me.
Hello, lovely people. My name is Emma. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. This is going to be good. It's going to be cathartic. This is going to be cleansing. This is going to be my last official solo video on Kent Hovind and Matt Powell. And
And I love how she went all out for this one. With just the general style going on. You gotta appreciate that. You just wanted to give this one that little bit of extra pop.
I don't know if it was or not. I don't go check up your claim.
I don't care. That's why I do all these videos on you and Shyman Dan and AJ and Iron Rock, cause I don't care what you do. People just send me their stuff. I totally don't go looking myself up constantly online and decide, you know what, I need more clicks. So let me put in Emma Thorne or let me put in Shyman Dan because that brings in the views.
Emma, okay. Maybe you made 5 more cents. I don't care. Make as many as you want. I appreciate the advertising.
I'm just gonna whack them when you make them, but I don't care.
You had 440,000 people watch this video, so they learned about me and learned about Matt. Great. Good advertising.
Yep, and if they didn't know about you already, they learned how shitty you two are. Isn't that just great, Kent?
Thank you, Emma. Do another one on me, okay?
Whack an Atheist Wednesday. Collaborations are better because you have moral support to share in the disgust. But doing these videos alone, dealing with the level of disrespect and the lies and the misrepresentations.
You're accusing me of lying? Emma, you better be specific. Joseph, I'm looking. What is this outfit she's wearing? What are all
You better be specific. Is that a threat, Kent? Are you threatening somebody? Because that's what that actually sounds like. You say that an awful lot when people call your lying ass a liar. Because, you know, you are a liar. Be specific. How about it'd be shorter list for me to be specific on where you're not lying?
these symbols? Is that occultic or satanic or?
I don't know. You tell me, because you motherfuckers think everything is satanic. Hey, Kent, your giant blue guy on the left over there is satanic. Your Pope Dan thing is satanic. Dino Lamp is ultra satanic. Your Dinosaur Adventureland thing. Oh, you're wearing that watch. It's got computer chips in it. That's satanic. It might be able to calculate sixes because the LCD panel on it can display at least 3 sixes. Your creation. The font type is size 66. That's satanic. Oh, your seahorse is making babies. If you squint and turn your head the right way, it looks like Baphomet. And I'm not even joking about that. For a second, it caught my attention. I'm like, is that Baphomet himself? Oh, wait, it's the seahorses in a stupid making babies series. Which is weird you put seahorses on there, Kent, considering that the male gestates the child. Seahorses are really weird like that. Actually, part of why I love them. They're just crazy little critters. Everything's satanic if you look at it the right way, Kent.
Gothic?
It's cute is what it is, Kent. I love shit like that. My old house, and you can look at it, if it wasn't for the fact that I don't want to give out where I used to live, maybe I'll pull up a censored picture or something. You actually see Halloween bats. They were intended to sit out in the yard. I had them put up in the windows and stuff, like steel little lawn thingies that have little Halloween lights going through them, little Christmas lights kind of things, all through. Keep spider webs. I intentionally cultivated, for lack of a better phrase, spider webs in certain areas right at the porch. One, to keep the bugs down, and two, so you'd walk up to that place and be like, damn, this creepy. Because I love that shit. Sorry, I got excited because now they're focusing on the cool little outfit Emma was wearing at the point. And, I like that kind of stuff. Halloween's actually my favorite time of year, and it's sad that it's so downplayed at this stage.
Oh, it was December, though, when she did this. She's the earliest one for Halloween, though. Yeah.
Of me that Hovind shared.
I'm sorry, I'm just rambling, and there isn't as much Hovind as there should be. I know y'all like my rambling, but I don't want this to be like a 2-hour affair, and it's probably going to go on till 8:30, so, it's 7 right now for those wondering. So buckle up. We're going to be here a while if I keep on rambling like
and he
this.
keeps name dropping me everywhere. I'm over it. Part of the reason as well is that thanks to Hovin's videos constantly being removed by YouTube for breaking terms of service and starting.
We're on all the other channels. We gave up on YouTube. But a lot of people publish my stuff on YouTube, and please keep.
No, you didn't give up on YouTube, Kent. Quit lying. There's a fine example of where you are lying.
Keep doing it. Everybody, get my videos wherever you get them. Push them, put them on your YouTube channel, please. Okay, frustrate the atheists to death. See, they can't answer the question, so they silence the messenger. It's typical. Ooh, she looks mean. Joseph. Never mind. I was going to ask if you'd want to be married to that.
Part of me wants to say yes, please, but I also feel like that slightly impedes on her current relationship's validity. It seems like an attack on that, so I don't want to go that far, but it suffices to say that a woman fitting her appearance and fitting her intelligence on an equal footing, if a woman like that was to come into my life and there was at all a chance, I would most certainly be how to phrase it. I don't want to say all over that. That sounds wrong. I don't want to say take advantage. That sounds even worse. But I would welcome the opportunity, Kent.
New channel and flip-flopping between the new and the old one, and all of this has resulted in fewer subscribers and
Also, Zoomy, hit me at gay space communism. Hell yeah.
fewer views for Kent Hovind. One of the reasons he piggybacks so much on any piece of content on the internet that has his name in it is, let's be honest, because those videos about him
Respect Kent's authority. I can't do it. I don't know what the hell that was. It was like some twisted ass old witch man Cartman. You kids gotta come down to Dinosaur Adventureland and meet Jesus. And yeah, can't go 5 minutes without turning focus in the physical appearance. Good point. Has Emma become a ghost? When did this happen? This was a couple of years ago. She she definitely did some makeup work, partly to help contrast with the lipstick. She went all out on this one with the lighting and everything, because she is a professional. I mean, she does graphic arts. Well, at least she did. Digital editing, post-production type of stuff, but she clearly knows her way around lighting, makeup, etc. Or someone very closely related to her in conjunction with her own known solo production work.
Get 10 times the views his actual personal live streams do. He's branched out into basically every video service available, even Dailymotion, which apparently people still use. My point here is that Kent's inability to utilize new media means that his online presence is starting to falter, and I, for one, am happy to say goodbye and watch him fade into obscurity. Before
our online presence is fading. Joseph, how many views do we get every month? 6.3 million the last 28 days.
No, Kent, the numbers ain't that high.
Just on Facebook.
You're once again lying.
Emma, I don't do this to try to become popular.
Yes, you do.
I defend the Bible because I'm a child of God, and He told me to do this. I'm trying to serve my
And you know that it's a great way to make money and have other people do work for you.
Heavenly Father. I'm trying to warn people, you are going to hell if you don't accept Jesus Christ. You don't believe that? Okay, then I'll go on to somebody else. But we've led a whole bunch of people to the Lord, and we've brought in. Did anybody call in for tonight, Joseph?
Have you ever turned down a donation, Kent? Have you ever? That's something I want to know, because I'm sure you haven't. You say you have, but I doubt you have.
A couple guys called me today. I said, get a hold of Joseph. Check.
And I'm not talking the joke of somebody giving, 50 cents or $1, and you, in a fleeting moment of being a human, and just like, no, that's okay. But, someone handing you, a couple of $100 or something. You don't just go, no, that's okay. I don't need it. Oh, you sure as hell take it.
Your email, see if they got. I said, they saw my videos and changed their life and stuff like that. We get thousands of calls and letters like that. We want to change people's lives for the good. What does your YouTube channel do, Emma? Encourage people to not believe in God And what good does that do to the country and to the world?
No, I mean, if it does, woohoo, but, I mean, it provides entertainment. What stuff, and what good does it do? Can't show me where religious belief has actually done good in the grand scheme. Especially in the modern era where it's actually helped anything as opposed to been a hindrance.
Before we get properly into the video, I would like to actually address Kent Hovind and Matt Powell specifically. Kent finds my videos too long to be able to do more than rip a couple of moments from context, so I thought I'd better.
So she's going to address what we said, but Joseph, she spends the first 9.5.
The comment that had popped up on their stream, Jesus is my savior. There's a joke video that is very famous, and I desperately would want to play a clip, but I'm not going to. But part of the lines in it are, my crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. Oh man, that is one of the best comedy pieces ever put on the internet.
Half minutes of her video attacking me personally about marriage, women divorcing me, about my degree. It's all ad hominem attacks. 9.5 minutes of her show is I'll show you. It's ad hominem, along with her profanity.
No, Kent, it's not ad hom. Once again, the actual nuances of ad hom have been explained to you and your ilk ad nauseum. Matt Dillahunty has done in multiple relatively recent calls on the line, has had to explain this to people. And I forget the exact verbiage he uses, but one particular way he articulated was absolutely incredible. And I hate that I happened to be working at the time and couldn't just try to commit it to memory like I wanted to. But we all know the difference between ad hom as a logical fallacy and just straight insulting somebody.
Why don't you stay on point, okay? What is the evidence for evolution? Why would you want everybody to be taught?
Yes, Zumi, that would be what I'm referencing.
That they're related to a potato and we came from a rock. Why? Why do you believe that? So I can stay on topic if you can. If you want to go to ad hominem, there's plenty of opportunity.
Kent, I'm gonna be real. I'd rather worship Casaneteto than your God character, your Jesus character, or pretty much anything that's ever been brought to the table. Okay? Okay, let's just be very clear.
There, if you'd like me to attack you, Emma, stay on. I'll just listen. When they do this, when they resort to ad hominem, it's always a sign they don't have an answer to the real question you're asking. Okay, where's the evidence for evolution? You won't.
Hi, this video isn't about that, Kent. Okay, not everything in the world revolves around you or your quest to lie perpetually about the evidence for evolution when 5/6 or 4/6 of what you want to talk about isn't even biological evolution. You conflate one overarching principle into two separate aspects, acknowledging one but not the other, in a way of effectively saying a person can walk a foot but they can't walk a mile. And then when people actually try to have the discussion with you, you are so dishonest as to make a mockery of the very principles of debate that you always want to have with people so dearly. Hence why any interaction one-on-one that we do have in the future will be a discussion a la your interaction with R and Rob back on the Non Sequitur show, as opposed to a fully structured debate like you crave so much on Donnie's channel.
9.5 minutes.
I do this early for him. You are the most disingenuous and dishonest pair of people I have ever had the misfortune to interact with online. And I used to react to incel forums. You continue to misrepresent me on your live streams. You continue to pretend you want to have a debate with me while my emails trying to schedule such a debate go unanswered.
Wait. You said you tried to schedule a debate.
Yeah, I think this is just at the tail end of the Steve Lynn days. Also, you've been over this video before, Kent. Okay, you reacted to this video, and that's actually what I think what AJ and Emma had covered. I may have things slightly backwards. But you've reacted to this, and I think before, I know for a fact, and I think Emma had actually responded to that. Could be mistaken, but whatever case.
And your email goes unanswered. Let me show you. Here's the email. My mouse over here. Okay. First of all, hope you.
Do you still have that? Do you still have that? Or did you just pull it from her video?
Keeping well and having a good Christmas period. My name is Emma Thorne. I had to, hers was a long, skinny one, so I had to cut it in half and go back and forth this way, okay? I believe you.
Okay, yeah, you had pulled it from there. Also, Kent, Joseph is actively handling emails right now because when he did get in contact with me, it was he acknowledged it was him through your email, your Dr. Dino at docdino.com, which is absolutely fine. I will in no way question that or or throw shade on that of like, oh, why couldn't Kent just email? I get it, totally get it, but it shows that, just to be honest, in the current setting, that one, Joseph is handling your emails, and two, one doesn't have to necessarily contact tech support, that Joseph clearly has access to and will monitor your, ostensibly your email for these things. And I fully mean that in a positive way of like, this is being monitored now. It seems to be. This is being, kept up with much better than it was. So it's just funny that you don't seem to know what's going on in your own digital life.
You should recognize me as you made a couple of responses. I would, because of the cost and time zone, for me to phone your compound, perhaps we can arrange something via email. So you're offering to do an email debate, Emma. Now, is it not a
Yeah, Claude. Instead of lies, damn lies, and statistics, there's lies, damn lies, and Hovind. Carl says, thank you for being real. You are welcome. That's one thing I most definitely try to be, is as honest as I can be. If a little exaggerated or eccentric sometimes. But you're getting me here, in all honesty. Playing a character that's really just myself, but a different version of myself. Because, why lie about shit? Why make shit up? Why start shit? I'll finish shit, but I don't want to start shit.
compound? This is a Baptist church camp, okay? Emma.
Technically, it is a compound. All right, I'm not even gonna throw the cult concept on there. Just it is a compound.
I will be glad to pay for the.
The White House is a compound by the same kind of logic of an area relatively secured. And by relatively, I mean just having basic fencing and the like, or just being an area that's obviously semi-isolated from the rest.
All for us to do the debate live on your show. I'll pay it. Send me the bill. I don't have time to do email debates. I type slow. I type Columbus style. You find it and land on it. I talk fast. I type slow. Okay. Contact Joseph, tech support, 855 Big Dino, extension 4, to schedule. You're 6 hours ahead of us. I don't know if England has more than one time zone. I didn't check and I don't care. Okay.
Right now, Kent, unless I forget how British Standard Time works, GMT, you're right, it's GMT -6. However, right now it would be GMT -5 because, once again, as I stressed in my last stream, some reason in most of this godforsaken shithole of a nation called the United States, we spend most of the year in daylight savings time now. Thanks, President Bush, you fuckwit. And so 5 months of the year, we're actually in the time zone we should be, our time period we should be GMT -6. Most of the time it's GMT -5. I know Britain has a daylight time versus a standard, and I don't know exactly when that starts and stops and how it throws things on or off. So it's still roughly 6 hours, but it may be 5. It could be 7 for all we know at points in the year. I don't know.
But light years behind us in real science research. So I'll do the debate at a time that matches your schedule. When would you like to do that? Emma, I'm not going to do an email debate. So don't tell people you challenged me to a debate and I declined. I don't do any email debates. I've had 389 live debates.
I think she sent that in the wrong place too. I think it says the Dr. Dino instead of just, you go to previous.
Yeah, as far as the video in question, you really had to look into things to be able to make sure. It's like it's one of those things where you're like, this can't be real, but it came off so genuine. And then as people finally did the research and found the actual actors and stuff, after putting, getting some clues from the website URL and the like and the date it was registered, once you found the actors, you knew, okay, this is a joke, but man, was it a good joke. No. Daylight savings time should not be all the time, because that means we're permanently an hour ahead, thus defeating the entire concept of the time zone we're in. So where 6 Central Time is 6 hours behind, but it's permanently 5 hours behind because fucking reasons. No. We should abolish daylight savings time. Fuck that shit. It doesn't need to be sunny at 9 p.m. Fuck that shit. And besides, this was tried in the 70s and it did not go very far because people got really, really pissed at their kids going out to the bus stop at like just dead of night. Sun didn't rise for another hour and a half, 2 hours after the little fuckers got to school. They were like, no, it made everything suck. We should switch back to normal time. It's 2025. It's current year. And we have the technology for the times change to not be an issue. If farmers want to get more stuff done during the day, they can wake up with the sun like they always fucking have. Plan your things around that. The world doesn't revolve around sunrise and sunset anymore.
To the Dr. Dino.
That's why I answered. She sent it to the wrong place.
So it never got here.
You got it.
Emma, here, send it to Joseph, tech support at drdino.com.
So wait, they just claimed she emailed the wrong email?
And he will make sure it happens. But it's not going to be an email debate. Live debate, please. Okay? Compound. Okay. Let's see. Let Emma talk some more here.
And doesn't do that for me, Stacy. Well, I say that, no. The sun is the nearest consistent source of nuclear fusion going on. And, that's a funny thing to think about. Another diatribe here. But, fusion power is the holy grail of energy production. But, takes a lot of energy to get it going. But what you can get out, if you can keep it sustained and not have your reactor slowly disintegrate itself, is a nice chunk of power yourself coming back out. Technically, solar power is just really, really inefficient fusion power. Of course, if you also think about it, given the fact that that all fossil fuels are sourced from plant matter that would have gotten energy from the sun, and then you think about the fact that virtually all life, the food chain, is from photosynthetic plants to the animals and other animals eating either animals that already ate plants or plants directly, except for like deep sea vents and some other odd cases. All life and everything we do damn near is effectively solar powered, save ironically for deep sea vent life. And as far as our power needs, those of us who happen to be fortunate enough to have power supplied through nuclear facilities. Yeah, that's kind of grand scale stuff I think about when I'm bored, which usually happens while I'm at work. And then we have Hovind obsessing over this crap all the time. The juxtaposition is kind of amazing.
That look good for me, Joseph? Should I put the bright red lipstick on too? Okay.
answered. You continue to act like you wish to have a back and forth, even face-to-face discussion, whilst deleting or banning my comments.
Deleting or banning her comments.
Sorry, Otaku. That's probably because of me. I don't know what I would have done that did that, but we can just blame me.
I don't do that. Have you done that, Joseph, to her?
No, we haven't really been on YouTube since I've been here, so that was, if it happened at all.
And yes, Claude, I should have mentioned that it is a thing he did intentionally of just saying, oh, or that she want an email debate, when nothing about her email implies that ever.
Steve or Randall Steve back then.
Let's see. Kent seems to be my new biggest fan. Oh, Emma, you got it really wrong. Okay. It's really gross to keep making videos about me when everyone knows he hid from me commenting as soon as the channel launched.
Yep, arranging an email through debate, which is what he requests regularly, that or a phone call, and is quite literally exactly what I had been doing up until some bullshit occurred with Joseph. Bullshit unrelated to Joseph, let's be clear. But it did stifle my desire to focus on that versus other things. And Jason with a nice comment. You can take it back further. Gravity's initial cause of fusion in the sun, compressing the atoms to a high enough pressure and heat. It's like, yeah, I mean, really, everything's kind of gravity powered when you really think about it. And indeed, gravity would have caused the formation through extreme nova events of varying types that would have formed the radioactive isotopes that both power the Earth's inner heat engine, thus the geothermal vents and the like, and also the radioactive isotopes we like to let decay in usually pretty well-built machines to generate heat to do the thing they do. Also, remember, virtually all electrical generation, aside from hydroelectric, is basically glorified steam. Even nuclear power, we still just use it in most cases, save for a few gas systems, to boil water to generate steam to turn a turbine. Because that's science, baby. Yeah. Say hello to that 30 to 50% efficiency. You want a gigawatt of electrical power? Be prepared to produce 3 and some change gigawatts thermal. Ask the Soviets about that. RBMK, baby. Wow, I just nerded out like 12 layers deep.
I had nothing to do with that. Okay. Who was doing the channel?
Yeah, Kit, I'm not going to nerd out 12 layers deep because of you, all right? I just wound up getting my ass talking about nuclear power, and I just go off on tangents when it's brought up. Because I fucking love atomic physics. I can't do the math, but goddamn, I love the concepts.
Back in 21. Somebody else? Randall or Steve? Yeah. Fortunately, the audio is such utter garbage, I can't subject myself to listening to this. I didn't delete any comments by you, Emma, and I'm playing your show right now. I'm not deleting any comments. I'm commenting on your comments, okay? So,
well, how can you possibly delete comments on a show that's happening in real time? I mean, I guess we could just leave a comment after the fact. Oh, wait. We can't. Funny how that works. But hey, even if I could, I'm blocked for a little bit of light trolling.
Say what you want to say. There is no evidence.
That light trolling consisting of publicly pointing out the fact that you are on YouTube once again, even though you say you're not, and that once again constitutes ban evasion.
Evidence revolution. None. Okay? Let's see.
Even on videos that directly address me. Before you ask, no, my comments don't have any swear words in them. There's no legitimate reason for
your comment,
as opposed to Hoven's comments on Dan's channel, Hoven ostensibly, that do have something that triggers the filter. Not profanity, but the fact you keep on putting actual full URLs in there. But hey, I'm glad that once I brought it up, Joseph was kind enough to have watched my videos and to have brought that up to you, or to have otherwise corrected it, because we know you don't write your own comments to other people. You dictate them at best. I'll give you that. But we say you in ostensibly the Kenthoven brand, as it were.
Don't have any swear words in them. Your text when you talk does.
Oh my god, I've already been streaming for an hour. We're only 15 minutes into this. This really is going to go on till 8:30.
Maybe you don't even realize it. Okay, listen, folks, adults. Sorry, that's why we have the kids. She puts things in her mouth. We try not to step in on the North 40.
Deleting my comments beyond removing my
Words?
ability to answer the lies. This is despite the fact that your own comments are publicly visible and usually
Also, you know what? Because I'm totally ADD at the moment, I just want to point out that my YouTube suggestions are complete weeb garbage at the moment. I mean, look at this. Teto, Vocaloid. What else we got? Kind of the words, stuff from the line, deleted scenes or something, and some puppy stuff, feel good that's got 6.9 million views. Hey, look at all this stuff I could be watching. Ooh, Downfall is free. If you haven't watched Downfall, all right, 2004 film. You all know the film. It's the one where all the Hitler parodies come from. Bruno Ganz, I think, was the actor's name. Perfect portrayal. Great film. Totally recommend watching it. Then follow it up with Total Recall, because that film's pretty awesome as well. Back to Ken Hovind.
replied to by myself on my channel. You could
That's good. I comment on your channel when you make something about me. I comment. I respond, and I'll do more if you want me to. Okay, I'm doing one right now. But again, I talk a lot faster than I type.
continue to do these things, but everyone is aware that this posturing you have of wanting to have an honest discussion and debate is pure lies.
Yeah, there we go. Those are some of the words I was looking for earlier. Posturing.
Emma, I will have an honest discussion and debate with you anytime. Call Joseph, 855 Big Dino, extension 4. He will arrange it where we pay for the call for the debate. You're 6 hours ahead, so if you want to do...
Hey, Kent, she doesn't have to make a long-distance international call. Y'all would just have to have something set up through Restream and the like. But you're insisting on an actual phone call to happen, which is where she points out, like, that's not going to happen. Granted, there's ridiculously cheap options available. Emma shouldn't have to jump through hoops just to make a normal ass phone call to you for no benefit to herself.
Do it 7
So it's not even a logistics issue. It's simply a matter of it being worth a damn.
o'clock at night your time. It'd be 1 o'clock in the afternoon our time. I'll drop what I'm doing and come have the debate with you. Okay? You go first. Give the best evidence for evolution. I get equal time to respond. Then you give your next best evidence, and I get equal time. No interrupting. No profanity. Equal time for each side. What else do you want?
address you here because, as per my last email, despite your false claims about wanting to have an interaction between us, you have removed my ability to be part of the discussion.
Emma, your email never got here. It had the wrong address, and had it got here, we would have responded and said,
You know, Kent, the fact that you're actively responding in this way, not just to a video that you already responded to, but to something that is so ancient in internet terms. In actual terms, Emma's moved, like, just for context, she has moved house, as they say over there in the UK, at least once, if not twice, from this. That's how much her life has progressed since this occurred. Now, I'm with you in regards of I know what it's like to be stuck in life. Stuck in the same place you don't want to be. Stuck doing the same shit you don't want to do. But there's still a passage of time that you can't ignore here. You didn't have the Nussy back then. You and your favorite President Fuckwit Donny Boy have the Nussy. I'm wondering if it's actually the same Nussy and it's some sort of quantum entanglement situation and it's actually the same entity in two different points of space-time simultaneously. I'm not sure. I got a working theory, but it involves the world's biggest mirror. That being said, terrible reference there. I don't even know if I got the reference correct. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, you suck. I don't even remember anymore.
we don't do email debates, but we'll debate you, and we'll pay for it. You can't afford the cost of a phone call? Okay, we'll pay for it. What's it cost to call England for an hour?
I no longer associate with that channel or anyone involved in it.
Emails, that's definitely free.
Why do I want to do an email debate? You kidding?
I don't know, just to set it up.
Oh,
Just set it up. I don't know how much it costs.
okay.
I am left only with my personal channel to call you out because this is the only format you can't delete, Kent.
No, I'm not trying to delete you. I'm trying to get you converted. Because like,
She's still on the original thought. Your responses are irrelevant in this regard. Let her continue, Kent.
Matt Powell said, you're going to hell if you don't get saved or whatever he said. He's right. We don't want that, Emma.
I am not your honey. I am not your dear child.
Honey and dear child. Did I say that, I guess?
Yes. Yes, you did. Your video response to her initially was incredibly creepy. As have been most every one of your other responses to her in one way or another. But that one was especially creepy. And your perpetual condescending language to other adults is not welcome, not respected. And this is something generational that by Gen X wasn't being tolerated anymore. Sure as hell isn't going to fall into me as one of the older millennials and someone in the younger millennial slash very old Gen Z range, as a lot of people from Emma's range on down to the youngest people popping up in the sphere, the general social sphere of online discourse who are adults will tolerate. We don't do that anymore.
In case I did. In case I didn't. Honey, would you please have a debate with
Oh, good fucking God, Kent. Ugh. Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
me? Come on, dear child.
I am an adult woman.
Oh, there you go. That's all you need to see is that fucking shitty grin of his. Thinking he did something worth a damn. How does anyone look at this guy and think, oh, okay, I should totally respect him. I should totally follow what he has to say. He's a piece of shit.
And a professional, and I deserve respect. God knows I have more real degrees than you do. I will.
You have more real degrees than I. Here she goes, Em. I could be a kindergarten dropout. Em, it doesn't matter. My degree, call me Kent. Call me Bubba. Call me Hey You.
Once again, Kent, as has been explained repeatedly, but I'm bringing it up for anyone who this is their first Yamato Live who doesn't know you very well but has somehow stuck around because I'm just that charming of a fellow. You repeatedly brand yourself as Dr. Dino and place a level of value into the degrees that you claim to have, which, once they're looked into, are of limited, if any, respectable merit, as opposed to those of actual scientists, actual researchers, or just people who have actually gone through real education in subjects that actually matter. And while you protest this, and it's like, oh, you can call me whatever you want, it's weird that everyone calls you Doc as if it's a rule when you live at DAL to call you Doc. When you're involved with Hoven's ministry, you must call him Doc, short for doctor, because your name is Kent. And Doc is not a shorthand for Kent, as far as I'm aware. If you didn't bring them up and you didn't brand yourself as Dr. Dino to give yourself an air of authority, it wouldn't matter. But you do, and thus it does matter. It's not an ad hom to bring it up because you make it part of your identity in the discourse. So it is a valid element of the authority you project to have. And so pointing out that it is built on, as you like to say from some Bible quote, shifting sand, the foundations of your actual educational credibility, it is a perfectly valid technique to go through, a tactic to use to show that there is no foundation there, and thus to bring the entire validity of what you say, the air of authority that is implied by bringing these things up, into question. Whereas I admit in the grand scheme, a layperson, but one who finds this stuff fascinating and does self-research on this as best I can in many fields. I am in no way an expert, but I'm pretty sure in a lot of elements I have some clue what I'm talking about. I haven't had people correct me, and indeed, in finding fellow like-minded individuals and discussing these things with them, I've been met with levels of mutual respect, understanding, or otherwise appreciation for having the thoughts I have, indicating that on a peer-to-peer basis, my thoughts are respected, thus implying that they come from a valid framework of understanding whatever idea I'm discussing. You, on the other hand, seem to have the respect of nobody involved in anything scientific, not even the respect of other creationists. That's kind of what we're getting at in the grand scheme. And holy fuck, that deserves its own clip. I am proud of myself for that one. Let me make a quick note that an hour and 8 minutes in, I need to clip this shit. 8 minutes, clip that shit. Just, I have to. It's so good. Sorry, I'm taking a moment to be proud of myself. We still have 24 minutes of this shit to go through.
I have 3 earned doctorate degrees. If you don't like the source of them, look, if you went through college, you got an earned degree, and it came out related to a banana, and you came from a rock, I don't respect your degree.
Quick reminder that the Discord link, since everyone uses Discord, is down in video description. So if you're still not there, you may want to pop in, say hey. And if there's stuff you'd want to discuss in detail, hit that up, hit my email, that's somewhere in the channel. All that jazz. Just a reminder, I'm very open to discussion. So anyone's got any questions about anything, just a reminder. I'm reachable. Don't be afraid.
Very much either. Okay?
Not have my voice silenced by you. I will not allow your dripping condescension to go unmentioned. And I will no longer ignore the fact that you do not speak to any male content creator the way you speak to me.
I don't speak to male atheist evolutionists like I do her. You need to watch all my debates, Emma. I've done 3.
Content creator. And she's specifically pointing out the sexist, demeaning language you use, treating her like a child, while simultaneously seeming to be obsessed with her sex life. Really disturbing individually, but especially when you combine those two together. But for a Republican cur such as yourself, wondering about children's sexual activities, words I never thought I would say, but something that must be said, seems to be par for the course. Because for some reason, all the good old Christians who voted for Trump also happen to seem to be the ones who are perpetual pedophiles. Not the drag queens doing story time hour. Not the librarians having the banned books in the library. Not crazy, commie nut jobs like me. Oh, no. All the evil people seem to be the ones not committing horrific acts. But the God-fearing Christians, they're the ones who don't give a flying fuck. But what do I know? Facts are just, it's all fake news. It's all lies, right, Kent? Everything's a lie. Yeah.
389 of them. I don't care, male or female, if you're telling somebody they're related to a banana and they came from a rock.
Every argument I've ever had with anyone is a debate. By your count, Kent, I've had about 10,000 debates.
Which came from a dot of nothing. I tell them all that. This is...
Yes, and you're lying about what the science actually says. And when called out upon that, you go, nuh-uh.
plain silly, Emma. This is not true. Okay, stop lying about me. I probably go more gently with the women than I do with the men. I blast them pretty hard, don't I? Yeah.
Quote Matt
Oh, sure you do. I'm sure you and Matt were doing a lot of hard blasting with each other back when he was down there. That's why Matt had to leave. His wife felt really, really lonely.
Powell comment that I will share with you all. I'm taking the gloves off. I've exercised.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, Hovid can't let somebody speak for 3 seconds without pausing the video and commenting. At least I have interesting stuff to say when I do it, Kent. Oh look, I loaded up my email when I really shouldn't have. That's what happens when your mouse is failing. You click on all kinds of shit just to double check some things. Let's continue.
Bring it, honey.
An amount of restraint that I consider reasonable in criticizing somebody's content. Where matters are personal, I tend not to go into heavy details, especially if those matters are as of yet unresolved. Kent and Matt are not deserving of that restraint. If Kent is going to keep lying about his dissertation,
Those matters are unresolved. The whole Cindy incident.
I'm going to show the parts of it on screen that prove him a liar. If
I've never lied about my dissertation. When I was taking all the courses at Patriot University, which was part of a large church in Colorado Springs, and later I moved out to a desert someplace in a...
Hey. You're doing that thing where you share too much and you talk too much about stuff that's information nobody brought up yet. But you're preemptively doing it because you're so insecure about it. Because you get mad every time somebody brings it up.
double-wide trailer, and they always show pictures of the trailer. I never went there.
Because those are the currently available photos. If you would like to provide photos of the original facility, please do, but it doesn't matter. And when discussing the place, speaking of it as a currently existing facility, it is completely valid to playfully call it Patriot Bible Trailer since it is currently a double-wide trailer. Whether or not it was like that at the time you went is irrelevant because the validity of it and the usefulness of the credentials it provided are still the same, non-existent.
It wasn't even there when I was taking courses there. It was part of Patriot University, part of the church in Colorado Springs. They love showing a picture of a double-wide trailer. It's a correspondence school. Aaron Nelson got his degree, his BS, to the mail. Correspondence degree.
The fact that it's a correspondence thing is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. What matters is the validity of the place itself, accreditation status, whether or not it is accepted by peer institutions as being of equal quality, of equal standards. Whether it's accepted by the communities that specialize in it, by the educational community in the grand scope. These are self-regulating processes. If some random person just starts up a ministry out of nowhere, are you just going to accept that arbitrarily as a thing? Or do you draw a line somewhere with something? Because it's the same logic, Kent.
Yeah. Is there anything wrong with that, Emma? Why do you guys pick on that out so much?
And let's note, he hasn't let Emma's video play at all. She just brought up his degrees. And he's just going on the defense run, not even remotely realizing, oh, she didn't bring any of this up yet. Proof that Hovind is incredibly insecure about this, and that bringing up his degrees gets at him every single time. Because that's the key thing he relies on. The belief that he is Dr. Dino and not some bum fuckwit living in ass nowhere, Alabama, who spent nearly 10 years in the clink for not paying his fucking taxes, who beats women, lets kids drown at his fucking park, and hangs out with known pedophiles. Convicted pedophiles. Repeatedly convicted pedophiles. Now, I'm sorry, how the hell you can get convicted of pedophilia more than once is beyond me, because at that opinion, the first time, it's like, you're lucky if you get to see daylight again, and the second time, you might as well be erased from history. But that's just me.
You're desperate. I know you're desperate. So again, if you don't like my degree, ignore it. Call me Kent. Let's get on with the debate. Where's the evidence for evolution? There is none. I'm going to let her talk some more here. Okay.
Hey, you wanted to get to the debate, Kent. You should have responded to our email.
Matt Powell is going to pretend he's a nice man because he doesn't swear, I'm going to share his own horrific profanity at people. I'm going to
You think Matt Powell directed horrific
Let her video continue, Kent.
profanity at people? I'd like to see that, Emma. I don't believe
Oh, she's about to show. She's about to show you. Also, you've watched this before, Kent. This isn't new to you.
that for 1 second. I've known Matt for years. Okay, he lived here for months. May come back here one day. Been a long. He's one of the board
No, he's not coming back.
members of our board here. Great guy. I challenge you to back up that horrific. Unless you're saying hell is a profane word. Hell is a place he's warning you about. That's not a profanity word. Okay.
share of him screaming at a church member. I'm going to share my ignored emails, my deleted comments. I'll even join Kent and Matt in resorting to some ad hominem if it proves their hypocrisy. Prepare your butts, lovely people, for the snark and the spice are going to...
Oh. Here we go. Here we go. If you've seen this at all, you know what's coming. Wonder if they got it or not this time. Because last time they all gasped in the crowd. And yeah, so it was AJ and Emma reacting to Kent's original response to this video. Because they both found it absolutely hilarious, the reaction they had to it.
be heavy in this one. You're getting both barrels, mate.
I'm bulletproof, Emma. Bring it up.
Bulletproof. Now watch as he starts getting upset because she said a word.
Honey.
Buckle the fuck up.
Yes! They still didn't censor it. You fucking idiot. Oh, goddamn, you fucking moron. You did it to your own audience again. Oh, no. We got the reverb of it. We got the audio from Kent's mic of it playing through the entire church. Oh, let me tell you, I've had a shitty week on top of a shitty month. Work has been hell, and my body is completely fucking worn out from it. But holy hell, that just made my month right there. I never thought I'd get another, like, a fresh experiencing of that moment.
Before we
That is a verb. How do you do that? How do you buckle that up? Learn some English, would you? Okay. It's not an
I don't know, Kent. From the guy who says height and drowning. Oh no, I kind of trust Emma's English.
adjective. It's not an expression of. You guys don't get it. Joseph.
This just in, motherfucking fuckity dumb fuck Kent Hovind can't fucking figure out how the fuck you're supposed to fucking use the fucking word fuck. That's pretty fucked up, don't you fucking think?
Come to the North 40 and watch our animals up there. They'll explain it to you.
get into responding to the Whack an Atheist videos, I'd like to go back to Kent's whole "I'm great at debates, atheists won't debate me" thing. Kent keeps
If it's any consolation, I think when I had dogs, I accidentally poked them in the eye several times with dumb stuff, so it happens. Don't feel too bad.
expressing a desire to debate people, but he won't do another debate with Professor Dave.
Did I ever say I won't do a debate with Professor Dave? Call him up. I
You did. You won't do it again.
challenge Professor Dave to do a debate. Simple rules.
Oh, you challenge, huh?
Call him up. I challenge Professor Dave.
Oh, whoa. The courtesy that I begged for a year for. Well, I didn't really beg for it, but, that I would have wanted for a year. And you just toss it willy-nilly to Dave. Oh, Kent. I'm heartbroken. You couldn't just say those words. I challenge Caruso Tomato. Didn't even have to be my actual, pseudonym correctly. I mean, do you want a list of aliases? Because I've got a list of them, but just about every one of them is in a language from a culture I much more greatly respect than anything related to you and your ilk. And yes, I most definitely consider myself to be of a separate cultural background completely as Kent Hovind, even considering the fact that we are both American, given the massive diversity in the American populace, as one can imagine with any large nation, especially one spread so geographically and so diverse in the origins of its population. When I identify more with people of nations that no longer exist than fellow Americans, that really says a lot about how fucking out there people like this guy are. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, right. Still, on the debate thing, Joseph did, after getting a wind that I was open to stuff, like it wasn't an obvious thing. Someone else had to tell someone who may or may not have been Joseph in disguise that I was open to it. I had gotten contacted by email, which meant my criteria of Hovind or one of his representatives reach out to me first. That was criteria 0. So, yeah. I got what I wanted in the end, so I can't really complain further. It's just, this would have been cool.
To do a debate. Simple rules. Equal time for each side, one topic at a time, and no interrupting. The problem with Professor Dave and R. Nelson, who calls himself the sun god, they constantly interrupt and bring up 30 topics.
No, they don't. They focus on one thing. You bring up 30 topics, and you do interrupt when given the option yourself, Kent. And that's why I wish to frame any interaction you and I have in light of it being, granted, with a level of moderation, but an otherwise open discussion. Only insofar as when the audience needs things to settle down should interruption occur. None of this timed back and forth bullshit.
That's one topic at a time and no interrupting. We'll get a moderator who will shut off my mic when it's his turn to talk and shut off his mic when it's my turn to talk.
Later, Zoomy. Don't chug too much brain implosion energy.
Boy, Professor Dave and R. Nelson can't do a debate like that, can they? Because they're used to what they call gish gallop. They try to, throw in a bunch of points and you don't have time to respond to all of them. No. And you're going to accuse me of that. That's what they do, Emma. Watch
No, it is completely backwards, Kent, and your childish you is pathetic.
the debates. I'll debate either one of them anytime. Call them, tell them. Aaron, any day, bring it on. But those are the rules. The moderator's going to shut off your mic when it's my turn to talk. I'm going to make 1 point. You're going to make 1 point.
No, you're not. I could go through your debates and show where you've made potentially a dozen or more points, quote unquote points, in one session.
Equal time, each side. Bring it on.
In fact, your very opening usually is, at minimum, a 6-point construct, insofar as your 6 kinds of evolution.
Emma, I'm not afraid of any of those guys. They can even team up on me, both of them together. But again, it's equal time for each side, not each person. Okay? Fair enough. Go ahead.
Won't debate Aaron.
Well, I, for one, will not betray Teto like that. So, I'm just saying. I don't know. I didn't want to spoil all the crazy ass Udao shit I've been diving into. I've just gone like deep in the Teto thing. Like I'm unironically listening to Vocaloid stuff now. I've lost my damn mind. Not quite 10,000 grams of pure caffeine. Pretty close. A little more manageable.
Again without having a mute button. He ignored.
That's correct. Because he's rude and crude and vulgar, and he won't shut up. When it's not his turn to talk, he talks anyway. So yes, I'm correct. I won't debate him without somebody having a mute button to shut him up when it's my turn to talk, and shut mine off when it's his turn to talk.
On a side note, apparently YouTube decided while I was in the stream to notify me on my phone that apparently my last post and the posts thingy on here has like 16 likes. So I guess like a bunch of y'all really do want to hear me sort of melt down the entire existence of the Soviet Union and why it really failed into something, easily digestible, created by me. So I'm going to be working on that sooner or later. So yeah, just stay tuned.
What's unfair about that, Emma? Don't say I'm afraid to debate him. I'm not afraid to debate him. I know his tactic, and I'm not going to allow that. Okay.
Ignores my attempts to organize a debate on my own channel, and those
We'll do the debate on your channel. Call Aaron and call Professor. Professor Dave's not a professor. Why do you call him that? He's never been a professor anywhere, has he?
And I love this. Not 10 minutes ago was whining about people talking shit about his degree, and yet wants to claim Dave was never a quote-unquote professor, i.e. any kind of teacher of any status. Yet Dave Farina has Rate My Professor ratings. So, yeah. Just making shit up as they go along.
And Simon Dan, he's got an art degree, Emma, a degree in art.
That is not Dan. That is not that Dan. Just because you can Google search a name doesn't mean you're getting the same person. If you Google search my name, you end up getting a guy who's a country guitarist in Nashville, which is kind of close, both geographically and to what I do. Well, what I do for fun, one of my hobbies. But you also get a dude with a pretty high-end math degree. I kind of suck at math. That ain't me. But you know, if you ever were to get a hold of my real name and do such a search and come up with that information, go ahead. Conflate it all together. Just like how when you looked up Mandisa, you put a picture of any old African American woman and was like, oh, that's her. It's like, no, that's not me. Well, it looks like you. That's not me. Oh, you ignorant fuck.
I bet you call him Simon Dan, don't you? You're not a Simon. I'll put all three of them together. I'll debate them all. They can collaborate with each other. Oh, how do we answer this? I don't know. Here, you take that one. Okay. I'm not afraid. I'll take 100 of them on. Equal time for each side. Simple. I'm not afraid of these guys. Who told you that?
These are just a few examples. Here is a fabulous recent clip from Kent that highlights not only how irritating, but how
You know, I joked earlier about this stream going on till 8:30, but it's actually going to. Holy fuck.
pointless a debate with this man is.
I don't know that I can prove the Bible is true. I think really the burden of proof's on you, though, to prove it's not true.
It's
Listen, Emma. I don't have to prove the Bible is true. I'm not demanding that all the people this to be taught in the school.
Which is irrelevant to the truth of something, and if you're making a positive claim, you require positive evidence. The burden of proof falls on the person making the claim. So yes, you do need to prove the Bible true, especially since that is your claim. It's that simple. Also, holy fuck, in this freeze frame, Emma looks good.
You guys are demanding that evolution be taught in the schools.
Fact. Boom.
I think the burden of proof is on you.
That's going to be my thumbnail. Kind of a juxtaposition of her versus the crustiness of Hogan.
You're going to try to shift the burden back to me. I think I believe the Bible. I admit it's a religious belief. I believe the Bible is true and scientifically accurate. You believe evolution is
Oh, don't worry. I ain't looking it up that hard. I'll break the association soon enough.
true. But you want us to pay for it. This is where you guys don't get it. Yes, the burden of proof is on you. If you want all of us to pray for you,
I mean, trust me, I really try hard to respect the abandonment of dead names. Especially since I kind of want to abandon my actual name, but I got that knife personalized with it, and I do like the initials, and none of my pseudonyms have the same initials. Yeah, when people find the name, they kind of think it's cool, so I just kind of got to be like, well, if y'all think my name's cool.
for your religion to be taught, you better prove it. Where's the evidence of any animal changing to a different kind of animal? Where's the evidence? There isn't any. You think so? Bring it on. I want to see it. So she's going to try to shift the burden of proof to me.
literally the opposite. This man calls himself doctor. We'll talk about this more when his dissertation comes out, but let's just remind ourselves quickly that.
And you are welcome, I think.
Yes, the dissertation. Actually, I think that might have been how I found Emma. In fact, I think I found Emma, and that's how I found AJ, was her reading Hovind's dissertation, which then led me to the video with her and AJ, and I thought AJ was that's how it happened, because I hit part 2 of her video, because I think it starts AJ's first half and Emma's second half. Found one of the parts and had to hit the other half, either before or after, didn't matter. And from that point, I went and searched AJ, and there you go.
You already did. Somebody who had that read my whole dissertation on their channel. Was that her?
Several people have. Planet Peterson actually did the whole damn thing. Emma went through a good chunk of it. I found it ridiculous because most of it is just quoting the Bible, and none of it actually even gets anywhere. Even for you, it goes nowhere.
Patriot University. I talked to the people there. When I finished all the classes, they said, now dissertation. They said, Melvin, you have made an awesome video series, 18 hours long. You've spent many thousands of hours on producing this video series on the age of the earth, the Garden of Eden, why did they live to be 900, where dinosaurs fit in. Would you please
Producing this video series, it wasn't no thousands of hours. You fucking took recordings of your stupid ass speeches at the time and propped them out on DVD. That is it. There's your ugly ass face on the back.
transcribe your video series and tweak it a little bit?
Yeah, which is not a dissertation.
And make that your dissertation.
I should say, a dissertation does not make.
That's what they asked me to do. It's very reasonable. And I start off my shows like you start off. Hello, lovely people. I'm Emma Thorne. I start mine off. Hello, folks. My name is Kent Hovind.
Yeah. Her video isn't being presented as a dissertation. You don't do dissertations like that.
So that's into my dissertation. What is wrong with that? Why does that bother them so much, Joseph?
It doesn't bother anybody. It shows how pathetic the standards are for Patriot Bible Trailer, because, once again, that's not how you format a dissertation. Nothing about that is in any way how you format one. Ask me how I know, Kent.
They want to pick on that instead of the rest of the dissertation. It's just simply.
But people have read and ripped into your dissertation, so yes, people have focused on that and given it a lack of respect it deserves.
Transcript of my 18-hour seminar that I spent thousands and thousands of hours working on the research for. And look at my slides, Emma. They got documentation right there, the source. There's 50-some thousand slides now.
Actually, at work, when people will use my whole first name, or otherwise, if I just bring up the name, I'm like, that's my government name. I run that thing, because that's as far as I really care about it. The other aspects of what makes me me are tied to, well, they go beyond a simple name.
And I try to document everything. But they pick at the dissertation because it starts off, hello, my name is Kent Hovind. That's what they try. They said they want to transcribe so I did it. Now my other dissertation, here's one, right here. I got another degree from Patriot. I did research for thousands of hours on end times. What's going to happen?
Wow. And Kent, you want to know what I've done thousands of hours of research on? Would you like the abridged list? Or the full list? Let me tell you, it's a lot more meaningful than anything you've got in that stupid ass book of yours. Pick a subject. You want to talk about the RBMK reactor family? You want to do that, Kent? Do you even know what that is? Huh? Do you want to talk about the nature of neutrons? You want to do that? You want to discuss the Gemini program? You want to go into details on that? You want to go through the operating procedures and the actual launch process of a Titan II GLV? Because I've read the entire fucking NASA manual from 1965. I know it. Ask me what you do at 2 minutes, 12 seconds into launch. I can tell ya. You ever wonder why PlayStation software looks the way it does? Why it's got that kind of wobbliness to it? I can tell you about it. What other things? What other kinds of crazy things? Kent, remember when you were a kid and you'd call your mommy and daddy and you'd hear those beep boop 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 beep boop tones? You want to learn how those worked? You want to be able to read them by ear? Because, hey, I can do that. I've spent years deep diving into the most random things, Kent, because I enjoy reality. I'm not a big fan of fairy tales, save for, Star Wars. It's a fantasy, space fantasy. Science fiction skinned, but it's fantasy. I like that. Other stuff, not so much. Certainly not your Hebrew space wizard insanity or whatever the hell's going on in the Bible. But keep on going on about the thousands of hours you spent writing your shitty books and making your shitty DVD.
A degree from Patriot on, and this is my dissertation. We typed it out. It is, let's see, 260 some pages. I would think that would qualify as a college dissertation. If it doesn't for you, I don't.
And see, I know a lot about them as Transformers in regards to the electrical equipment, but also the robots. I know a few things, but yeah, see, that is infinitely more useful than anything Kent has any expertise on. Transformers is fucking awesome.
Care. They accepted it. They said, yeah, that's fine. So,
and that's why, one of the many reasons why they're a shitty university. And that's one of the reasons we know, one of the ways we know they're a shitty university. Excuse me, university in quotes.
You guys are so content. Okay, don't call me doctor. Call me Bubba. Okay, call me honey.
Kent Hovind
Okay, 06452017.
is not a real doctor. He occasionally acknowledges the fact that he doesn't have any accredited doctorates.
Accredited. All it means is somebody approves it. Emma, if somebody came from China with a degree from a China university where they teach, communism is good.
Well, first off, Kent, it is, but I don't have the time and you don't have the processing power to understand because you grew up in an era where actual sociopolitical philosophy based around the idea of actually benefiting people was blasphemy, as it has become once again tainted with typical Red Scare, and also not comprehending the incredibly odd situation that the Soviet Union found itself in throughout its entire existence. Funny how it always leads back to me and that current little project. I don't have the time or energy to explain it to you here, not that you would ever pay attention. And you'd think I'm just making shit up because that's what you do all the time. But no, they actually do real scientific research at universities in China that is accepted and is accredited. I don't think your evolutionary scientists in China are that in those things. The people there are majoring in sociopolitics in that type of stuff. So you bring it up, communism pretty irrelevant. Also, China is not communist. The Soviet Union was moving towards communism. The ideal was to move towards communism, but they kind of got stopped at stage one of what would be 10 steps. If I was to give a level of perspective on this thing, actually, no, it was about the third stage out of 10. So they made 3/10 of the way to actually getting anywhere near communism. You kind of are in a perpetual civil war with yourself even after the civil war is over, kind of stops you from being able to move forward. And don't get started about North Korea because they are a whole other world. But Vietnam seems to be doing pretty good. And on other nations that are not strictly quote unquote communist, but are very, very socialist, Northern Europe seems to be doing a fascinatingly good job of not being a shitty place to live. But keep on with your, my niece knows more about global politics than you do, and she's 5. And she's got a better grasp on this stuff. because she hasn't been jaded by years of propaganda to think that certain people should be treated below others for arbitrary ass reasons. Which would be really funny of her to think of, considering she has a diverse ethnic heritage. But then again, there are plenty of African Americans in the current political sphere who are white supremacists. Because that goes hand in hand with nationalist evangelism, which of course we know is what you prefer, Kent, because you're a fascist piece of shit. Just like the retarded ass, worthless fuckwit we have, who's a so called president, and everyone around sucking his dick and tonguing his ass day in, day out. But tell me again how this is such a great country, Kent. Tell me again. And remind me again how none of this is fascism, because obviously I'm too stupid to not be able to see the obvious shit going on. Fuck off, Hovind.
Would you call them doctor?
Like, I really don't even want to finish this. I'm just having to get to a point where I have to be reminded of how fucked up everything is globally and how trivial it actually is to fix the problems. Really makes whacking this piece of shit seem like a low, not worth my time. When I really should be writing what amounts to a goddamn manifesto on current sociopolitics. I'm not saying I'm the Karl Marx of 2025, but what I am saying is I'm feeling a little inspired right now. You feel me?
What if a Muslim came over from Iran or Iraq and had a degree where they teach Islam's the only way and kill everybody else who doesn't believe?
Hi, that once again would not be anything taught in a scientific university. That's not how those things work. You don't even understand what the higher education system actually is, Kent. You're that fucking stupid.
You accept their degree? What is this accredited? I don't care about this accredited stuff. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't even know where my degree papers are. They gave me a diploma. I don't even know where they are, Joseph. I didn't hang them on the wall anywhere.
I totally have them on the wall. I have them in the bathroom, so whenever I'm jerking off, I can splooge all over my own damn paper that makes me so important and so awesome. Oh yeah, it made me a doctor. You keep on making me a doctor, Alvin.
I wanted it for the information. Okay, so she's going to spend.
What does that even mean, Gant?
She'll spend the rest of her life picking at that because she can't offer evidence for evolution, can you? Anyway, is it up to the 9-minute
He
mark?
still calls himself Dr. Hovind on his YouTube channel and everywhere online because
It's only the 4-minute mark to it.
Yeah, because you won't shut the hell up. I should know. I can't seem to shut the hell up today. Dr. Dino, anyone?
Let's skip all this. It's nothing but ad hominem for till the 9-minute mark. I can't read that, Joseph. Is that 7-minute? Oh, now she talks about divorce and remarriage.
Yep. Everything is religion, according to this ass clown, which is funny. That's usually the myopic worldview they have. Also, he skips over her getting into some pretty decent nitty gritty. Obviously, intentionally. Joseph was probably cued to say, "Hey, you ought to skip this."
Emma, I've never divorced anybody. They divorced me. I've never left anybody. I've never hit anybody. She goes into this about.
Yeah, you have. Hitting somebody. And of course, you're the only one to be divorced because they're smart enough to get the hell away from your crazy ass. Oddly enough, not smart enough to not fuck with you to begin with, but they eventually got got a few clues in order.
The thing was Cindy claiming I body slammed her, and she shows the document where the court judge ruled, okay, that I had to pay her money and spend 30 days in jail. That case has been thrown out, and it's
No, it hasn't.
completely being redone.
No, it isn't.
So stop saying that, Emma. I did not body slam her, and she knows it. So over the next week, she admitted to 3 or 4 different people that I didn't. And we've got affidavits from those people going to go into the court if it ever goes to trial. It's been, 5
But it did go to trial, and you were found guilty.
years almost. If it ever goes, the people are going to come testify. She told me 2 weeks afterwards that it didn't happen. Why is she still making this claim? She's just desperate. She was a wonderful wife, much of the time, and she just had one of her bad spells and went berserk, screaming and yelling, "Give me that blankety blank phone!" Told me to record when she went nuts like that. So I'm holding the phone. My arm had nearly been.
Yes, and anyone who listens to the audio will notice the particular tones of someone trying to put on the illusion of being the sane one, the calm one, the rational one, when someone else gets tired of somebody else's shit. Once again, Kent, ask me how I know about that particular abusive behavior. Ask me how. Because let me tell you, I had some of that shit happen real recently, and I've had it happen pretty regularly through my life. So I see that shit a mile away. I could see right through it. Hello, random bottle popping. So yeah, Kent, I and so many others see right through it. Your lies go nowhere, buddy.
Broken a couple weeks earlier by the beam falling on it, and I never body slammed her. I couldn't. Show me. Stop. It's on a couple of channels.
You're doing that thing still where you just go through way too much information, Kent. Come on.
Play it. So it's her screaming and yelling at me, saying, "Give me that blankety blank phone. Stop recording me." I said, "Cindy, I have to." I was trying to get out the door. When she dove for me to grab my phone, I just backed up and held my hand out. She hit the floor, jumped up screaming and yelling, not from being hurt hitting the floor, but from frustration of not getting the phone. Listen to the audio. Tell me the exact second when you can see a difference in my voice or the phone being set down or the phone. I had to touch her to body slam her. It didn't happen. But you guys, they keep going on that, Joseph. They don't have anything else. And even if I did, that's an ad hominem attack. It has nothing to do with the topic of evolution. Even if I was Al Capone.
This has nothing to do with evolution. Not a thing about this video is evolution. As we keep telling you, I don't know who we is, as I keep telling you, and as anyone who would carry on an honest discussion with you about this would stress. The point is you and Matt Powell being garbage human beings. That's it. Get over it. Don't want to be called out for being pieces of shit. Don't be pieces of shit.
I can still be right on creation. Okay, they don't get it.
And you're wrong on that too.
Okay, I thought it was, and the Bible does say, if the unbelieving depart, you're not in bondage. If a wife, or in Christian for circles, if your husband or wife leaves you, they don't believe in their vows. I made vows till death do us part. I'd never left any of them. They left me. Okay, move on. What do I do? I didn't leave anybody, didn't hurt anybody, didn't raise my voice. Okay, let's see. Let me move up to the 9-minute mark, maybe, if I can find it. Yeah, close enough. Okay. But all ad hominem for this 9 minutes here.
Kent recently disappeared for a week or so, leaving Professor Powell to act as his receptionist. According to Powell, he was
Remember, he has an inflatable banana in his backyard that he named Dr. Peel.
on vacation, but in actuality, when Kent returned, he revealed that he had been in Miami.
And that as they seek to get the gospel out. I was in Miami and talking to our attorney, who's one of our board members down there, Alex Alfano in Miami. And we talked for a while. He said, well, Kent, it's obvious you didn't body slam her. The simplest thing was for her to just write an apology. I'm sorry. I was angry. It didn't happen, because it didn't happen. So I wrote up a simple, he and I worked together, but I actually wrote this, like you said, Emma. I said, Cindy, you need to say, I'm sorry. My lie has done great damage to the cause of Christ. And it has. Okay. I encourage all to visit. I was a great husband to her. They don't get it, Joseph. Your wife, Bobby, spent time with her. What does you and your wife have known me for what, 4 years? And you know how girls get together and talk in the office. Same with Sandra. What does your wife think about my?
It's just time for me to just focus on this and just bring up, hey, you're talking, and they're not a minute over. And God, this doesn't make you look good, Kent. This really doesn't. Not that anything you do does, but man, you're really loading the chambers pointed right at you, buddy.
My ability to be a good husband.
Well, she's never been married to you.
No,
but she sees the exact problem that Sandra had with just taking the money, and then she saw the city was just 6 and 7.
Yeah, Sandra, take the money and leave.
Can't hear you, Joseph.
Boy, did she milk this dry, It's so sad.
That's all right.
Well, all these women want the perfect husband, and they had him.
Oh, but he's not a narcissist.
Emma, I've never divorced anybody. I've never hit anybody. I've never left anybody. I kept providing. I'm a good husband. Okay.
Look, Ken, if a woman wants the perfect husband, all they gotta do is place a little order with Itachi. That's all I'm saying.
They know it. But women are going crazy these days, Joseph. I get calls every day from somebody with trouble like that. Had one today while I'm driving back and forth to get the hay for the cows, and we talked for quite a while. I said, "Look, I understand. I've been there. I was married 42 years. My first wife, virgins on our honeymoon. Okay,
Always brings that up. Kent, that is disgusting to constantly bring up. It is completely fucking irrelevant to anything. Good fucking God. First off, I think it's a goddamn lie, but number two, it's fucking sick, dude.
faithful, 3 kids, and never touched another woman. I've never touched a woman I wasn't married to. Never. Okay, and so I come home from prison first day. She said, "I'm divorcing you." I said, "Why?" "I'm scared of the IRS." Well, that's not part of the vows, till death.
No, she was scared of you, Kent, because she realized how fucking horrible you are, how you don't actually care about other people. You just put up a nice facade and act like you do. Something that's all too common, sadly.
Was part, for better, for worse. Florida, you can't stop a divorce. I had nothing to do with it. She did the whole thing. Okay, you're divorced now. I didn't do anything. Okay, and Sandra stole a bunch of stuff and left, and she filed divorce papers. And they said, when I got the papers, I said, okay, she departed. And they said, Kent, do you have any objections? I said, yeah, I'd like her to give back everything she took. So the judge ruled, yes, she has to give it back. So we got to
Press X'd it out.
go next week.
Because, Kent, that goddamn shit was in her name. Illegally, that shit's hers. You know how we know this? Because you being a soft sit fuckwit, you would have signed things over. So if any shit collapsed around you again, which I'm surprised it hasn't, these other parties would be the legal possessors of these things, and thus nothing could happen. And then you can just get it back from them. Which is funny because that's the same thing you tried to do with your son, but when your son realized you were a piece of shit for the way you treated his mom, threw her under the bus, well, he picked his sides. So thinking it would work again is pretty fucking silly because once people realize you're a piece of shit, they're gonna give you what you deserve. So no, the 16K plus, I'm pretty sure no one is making her, quote, give that back, unquote.
To court to have to decide how much.
Also, should you really be talking about legal proceedings like this while the case is ongoing? I think that's a no-no.
Didn't do anything. You've been in on.
Also, you're going way too deep into this. Again, just keep on doing that.
You're one of the board members. What did I do wrong in the Sandra situation?
You existed.
Let her have control of the books and yeah, she was in charge of the bookstore. And so, okay. So Emma, I'm sorry. You're simply wrong. Okay. So I did write this. If Cindy would do this, and she still should. Okay. She should say, I'm sorry. You didn't body slam me. You were a good husband to me. And I just went wild that day. She went wild quite often. Okay. But somebody said bipolar and all that stuff. I don't know. Okay. But even then, I made a promise. I kept it.
We're supposed to believe that a lawyer came up with this?
The lawyer and I worked on this, and I wrote it, Emma. No question. What difference does that make?
No lawyer would no competent lawyer would remotely consider anything like that something they would be like, oh yeah, you should totally do this, if they have your interests in mind at all. Because courts will look at that and be like, what the actual fuck? Hell, I feel like some some courtrooms bringing in something like that and suggesting the other party adhere to that would be seen as contempt of court because you're trying to make a mockery out of the justice system. That's what I see it as.
What should be done?
It's very infantilizing the way he asks her to talk about herself, but that's women in this kind of church. That's unfortunately what happens to them. We know how condescending Kent is to women. I'm very
Condescending to women. No, condescending to idiots who believe they're related to a potato. Yeah. I think the prophet, Elijah, condescending to the prophets of Baal. Hey, guys, cry louder. Maybe your God's on the toilet. Yeah. I love making fun of atheists. Love it. Okay. And I'm going to keep doing it. Sweetly in Christian love. Okay.
sorry, I've been very bad. Kent is wonderful. But to add in, you should all go and visit Dr. Hoven's amazing place and give him all your money because he's the best.
I've never told anybody to give me all your money.
It is literally, well, not literally, that is a reasonable interpretation. Exaggerated, yes, but not far off from the principle of what you want people to do, Kent. Let her have her hyperbole. If you understood language, if you understood people at all, you would understand what that is and let her have it.
Emma, we've been open for free. We have 30 cabins. My food bill here, we feed 3,000 meals
Don't give a shit about your fucking food bill, asswipe.
a month. Okay, my electric bill is $4,000 a month. We have a donation
Don't care. Sounds like a personal problem.
box outside the door. When you walk by after my tour, I say, look, if you want to help, here's our donation box. I don't push it and emphasize it. We'll look at the beginning of all my shows.
Feel like a well-placed lightning strike from your deity of choice would help that place.
If you want to help, here. If you don't want to do it, we're going to do it. We're going to serve God anyway. And God always brings somebody along with it.
Once again, then, it shouldn't matter. You should have no money and still be able to succeed. Get over it. No one donate to DAL.
Right time. So no, I don't ever tell anybody to give all my money. Why are you lying about me, Emma? Come on. I'm sorry. Keep.
Person in the world. Kent's crazy. This is crazy. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. I know that was super cringy. All right, now that we're caught up on Kent's legal entanglements, it is time to review Kent's latest live stream content about me and
What's this? I can't read it. Is that the 9-minute mark?
Yeah.
Okay. About time, Emma. Go ahead.
correct the mistakes he's made. Like I said, there are going to be a bunch of links in the description. If you are interested and you want to catch up on all of Kent's most recent legal entanglements and just what the hell is going on with him and his ex-wives and stuff recently, there is a Paulogia video featuring Atheist Jr. that goes into detail. It's really
Yeah. Paulogia and Atheist Jr., they got nothing better to do than do ad hominem also. Because they
AJ ain't produced a video in like 2 months, dude. Get a fucking life. Apologia barely talks about you, if ever. I'll be honest, I hadn't watched much of Paul's content recently. You know why? Hadn't really been in the mood for much on that. Yeah. Ham and eggs and all that stuff. I've just not been in the zone. And especially after having gone to the Ark Encounter protest, and having that turn out to be the, honestly, in the grand scheme, the mistake it was, associate with people, yeah, just kind of want to just let it all move on. I don't really give a shit anymore. But, you know.
can't handle the truth. Okay, that's long enough for this night. We'll do it tomorrow night, just for you, Emma. I'm going to dedicate some more of this time to let you blabber. I'll let you tell your side, okay? I shouldn't have wasted so much at the beginning. But, Emma, where's the evidence for evolution? Forget the ad hominem, okay? Where's the evidence? Call Joseph, set up the debate. We will pay for it.
See, that's the funny thing. You all talk about speaking English. I'm not speaking English. I'm speaking Rigelian. By astonishing coincidence, both our languages are exactly alike.
Hey, what, Joseph, maybe we should find out what it would cost to fly her over here and have the debate right here. You know, if it's $400, $500, $600 to come from England, I don't know what it costs to fly over there now. I preached in England, Wales,
There's a lot more than that, fuckboy.
Scotland. I've been all over that area. But that was a long time ago when they first invented airplanes. So, okay, sorry. Tonight, we're done. We'll do some more tomorrow. If you want to come, everybody call Emma, tell her, hey, can't respond to you. And we're going to do some more tomorrow night. Have her call into the show. Be about midnight her time, but please, okay? Joseph, if you put up a link and she clicks the link, it doesn't cost her nothing, does it?
No.
Yeah. Won't cost you nothing, Emma.
She's got more important things to do, like have a life.
You can join the show tomorrow night. You got evidence for evolution? Let's see it. Okay. All right. Thank you, folks. Quick questions here and let's quit, brother. What's your opinion on free grace theology? I'm not sure what you mean by that. The grace is free, thankfully. God's grace, you know. So
Grace in prison, get her out of there. Free grace.
explain more detail what you mean, I guess, before I answer that. I love your work, Joseph. Keep him as your tech guy. I know. He's the
It's funny that Kent is supposed to be some kind of theologian, but doesn't understand these things, these other ideas when they're brought up. If it's not something he's particularly had an opinion about, he doesn't know fucking all about it.
best. Yeah. I even walk by and hand him $5 once in a while. Say, we love you, brother. Stay here. What's your opinion about Taiwan? All right. It's great, but they should keep it. I don't know.
Hey. I mean, I know this is YouTube and all, but I'm gonna get myself banned in China. Taiwan's the real China. It's like, ask somebody, how far back does China's history go? If they say thousands of years, they're full of shit. China's history goes back to 70, 80 years. Because the China we know is China, Soviet puppet state that was established. Then the Sino-Soviet split happened, and it kind of went its own way. But the real Chinese government is government in exile of Taiwan, island of Formosa. They're the real China. You don't like it, CCP? Sorry. I'm just spitting facts. Free Palestine. What else? What else can I say that'll piss off tyrannical dictatorships? I'd already said enough about people licking Trump's ass earlier, so you know. Just saying.
Okay. You're getting pretty famous here in Norway. Hey, what is the story Tilly Dog? Okay. Some people are even saying they're your relatives. Well, it could be. My grandparents came from Trondheim, Norway.
Yes, from Peter Griffin. 6380. Yeah, right.
To Wisconsin and to Minnesota. And my dad and mom that raised me in East Peoria, Illinois. I've never been to Norway. I'd like to get over there sometime. Did you know, Joseph, there's an island in Norway where time stops. When you go into this little island, you're supposed to take your watch off and hang it on the bridge. And it's daylight for, like 20 some days in a row. And the sun never goes down, okay, in the summer. Of course, then in the winter.
Funny, in the summer, in a place where time stops. Is this more shit you saw randomly pop up on Facebook as you were doom scrolling?
The sun never comes up for 20 days. But yeah, I forget the island name up there. I'd like to go see that. They say there's no time. Ignore it. Sleep, get up when you want, eat when you want, Yeah, pretty cool.
Just like you do at Dinosaur Adventureland.
Yep, thank you. Okay. Hi, Kent. Off topic. Do you have any material other religions, such as a bunch? Yes. We have quite a few books and stuff.
Okay, Catholic isn't a religion, it's Catholicism, a subset of the broader concept of Christianity. And Muslim isn't a religion. Muslim is what you call people who follow Islam, just like Catholic is what you call somebody who follows Catholicism. Get your shit right. But hey, at least you capitalize the word Muslim. That's kind of going somewhere towards something that sort of resembles respect for something other than this particular flavor of abject idiocy.
On our website, Why I'm Not a Catholic is a good one. Oh, is there another? It's in there twice. Okay. Why I'm Not a Muslim. Why I'm Not a Campbellite, the Church of Christ. Why I'm Not a Calvinist. John Calvin,
You got a book in there that says why I'm not allowed to own guns? Why I'm on a federal watch list? Hey, I should publish that my own self because I'm pretty sure I am. By the way, agent number 497B, how you doing? Happy birthday. I don't know. I just You ever do that sometimes? Like if you think you're being watched or something, just say something just in case someone's got your room bugged or something and freak them out for a minute. Or am I just crazy because I saw someone joke about that online in some meme a few years back? I don't know.
You got a whole series of books on that. I did a whole series on that.
And yes, that was all comedy. I don't think I'm seriously being monitored to any reasonable degree. But I'm probably on some kind of list somewhere based on what I've heard. Rumor is as of even basic internet searches can somehow flag you for.
That about a year and a half ago, I guess, called Why I'm Not. I went through each religion. Here's what they believe. Here's what the Bible teaches on that topic. I disagree with them. I might agree with them on thousands of things, but these are serious enough that I can't be that. I'm an independent Baptist. I love the Southern Baptist. I preached at hundreds of their churches, but they have a committee in Nashville, Southern Baptist Committee, that kind of tells them all how they ought to run their church. Okay, I don't think that's the way at all. I think churches should be autonomous. Okay, and
A few of those why not, like 6 or 10 of those why I'm nots are on KentHovind.tv.
a few of them are on KentHovind.tv.
Yeah, you can watch.
Now, when they took the YouTube channel down, we lost a lot of that. So if you copied any of those, send them to Joseph. Tech support, we'll put them back up. Okay. Question. Last one. The flood myth, 100% proven false, independently by both indigenous history and
Well, Dustin's getting blocked on Facebook.
genetics and global haplogroup diversity. Well, Dustin, you can make that claim. Why don't you call for a debate and let's discuss that? Okay.
Debate me, bro. Debate me.
You don't prove it. The flood is not a myth. The flood really happened. There are 450 flood legends found around the world where they talk about there was a flood. How come they all got the same legend?
They probably all have a common ancestor called motherfuckers living near water and experiencing localized floods and being like, oh shit, this is pretty devastating. Hey, what if there was like a big one that encompassed the world as we know it? And one of those made it into your magic book of bullshit.
Are you going to give up on the Bible and the creation and the flood and then instead swallow the evolution theory that you related to a cockroach? Is that your options here?
Hi, that's a false dichotomy in that one can be religious and accept evolutionary theory, and vice versa. One could actually reject creation, reject religions of all types, and also for some reason think that evolutionary theory is a load of crap. Maybe they got some crazy idea where we're all synthetically engineered organisms from some alien stuff. So it's a kind of creationism still, yes, but not the same. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Your view is incredibly myopic.
So you can make a statement like that, but that's not that you're wrong. Okay, I'll debate you on it. Schedule a debate. Call Joseph. Okay, let's quit. That's enough. Thank you. See you tomorrow night. Emma, call in, please.
God damn it, I was muted. Everyone chug a drink. It happened at the end of the stream. Yeah, those would just be stories that they would say that's just stories that Noah's kids would have handed down about the flood, and that it's just legends being told and retold. Yeah, because that's how they always handle that crap.
Please. Okay, bye.
All right, piss off, Kent. What's that? Look, it's Stalin and Ski. Nope. We're not doing this. I'll watch this as I go to sleep because this is a fascinating story, and I definitely wonder how much better off the Soviet Union would have been had Trotsky. Granted, he still was a bit of an authoritarian, like they all were at the time, but how things would have gone had he actually gotten into power in the Soviet Union and not been ousted by Stalin. Because Lenin dying when he did and having things set up the way he did really put the Soviet Union in the proper place in its infancy for authoritarian control and totalitarian hellscape that Stalin would bring about, he created the perfect situation for that to flourish. But that is really do need to see the Ted Oak cover of San Diego from South Park if you haven't yet. I'll go check that out. I definitely will after this. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, something about the Soviet Union, Sovietsky Soyuz. Probably starting my own political party soon for those who give a damn. Um, yeah, I don't know. This actually went on till like 8:40 my time. It's a 2-hour fucking stream. I hope everyone enjoyed. I know it was long, so I know not everybody stuck around. But y'all are fucking awesome. If you made it to the end, comment potatoes down below. I'll forget I said this and I'll wonder why everyone's commenting potatoes. And it'll freak out people. Yeah, that's that. I'm going to finish up my night and crash out. As always, much love. Catch everyone next time. I guess I'll end this with I think it's time to